Stars can wait for him, and they sit and then is properly looked after. So we thank you for this. Yes, Executive Director of Ishaka Hospital, thank you for being a Ripa girl, and thank you for loving us, and thank you also for looking after my father whenever he visits your faces. There are other, my staff, thank you so much. From President's Office, Deus and Joanne, Peace, Stephen, please stand up again and wave to the people. Those are the people I stay with, those are the people I work with, and those are the people who are giving me the energy to really bring here. The farmers, our farmers, those who have qualified for cows. By the way, you didn't read the names. You say, where is Chris? Where is Chris? Yeah, he has to come and read the names and read the numbers of the people who are going to take those animals because they are there, the goats and the cows. The sky blues, if I don't mention you, I may not eat dinner. Yes. And then the service providers, Jane, where are you? You double as our chairperson, and the very good. Everybody has eaten. Yeah. That she can testify that everybody has eaten. If there is nobody who has eaten, you raise up your hand. There is nobody. Thank you so much. Abakeki, mwebare, abebdara, kemerembe, where are you? My OG. You come here, people see you so that next time they can hire you. I think you have done a good job. This is Agnes. Yeah, then we have the ushers. Thank you so much. We have the music from Mbarara Events Disco. It's okay, Kevin. Ishaka, thank you for coming. My workers, those ones who have been behind this building. Where is Kasozi? Kasozi, yeah. This is the man who built this building. He's a very serious engineer. He's the one who built, and he has done so many of my projects and Dr. Engineer's projects. So thank you so much, sir. Is Pasco here? Where is Apollo? Apollo has done the finishing. Apollo is not here. Then those ones of glasses, where are they? Those ones of plumbing, where is Augustine? Where is Augustine? Those ones of terrazzo, those ones of what else? So many things. Wandera, where are you? Wandera, come. You know I'm advertising you so that people can give you jobs. This man comes all the way from, where do you come from? Comes all the way from Tororo. These guys can work from morning to evening. But when they employ people from here, by around 11 people want to go. So now what I decided to do is to import labor. This man comes from Mbarara. Is behind the roofing. All the roofings you are seeing here is the one who does the ones of here when they roof, it starts leaking. So this is the man behind the finishing and also building. And who else I have not introduced because I want to leave. Yes, these are the guys. This man is behind the glasses all the way from Nakasero, Kampala. And this one is the one behind the terrazzos. Terrazzo and what? Tiles. And tiles. So these are the guys. This one is the one who is designing the compound. Is there any other? Where is this man of the flags? Kato. Is not here, all the way from Kampala. Yeah. So these are all the workers who have been behind this. So I think I would like to thank all of you for your time, for coming to be with us. This is your organization. This is our organization. We want us to develop and grow together. We give you a cow, it gives, which is in calf. All those cows are in calf. But because we have bought them when they are in calf, should they produce a male, we shall either buy it from you and give you that money, or we shall replace it with a female calf. You get me? Abak to arend. Kera kuzare ensija enumi. Netuza kueleza enkazi. Because into endo tunge enyena. Karera come. Karera is still there. Karera, please come. This man, you see, is very simple. The cows I've bought from this man's farm, each one he sells it 10 million. I have fought with him, and he has sold me 4 cows at 8 million each. But one, and he has also given me one of his, of 8 million. The artificial insemination we use right now, we have been getting it from his farm, but now we are going to be getting it from Naro. When you go to his farm, he has over 500 cows, heads of cattle. And when you reach there, you cannot believe that that work is his. You just see him, he's a very simple man. This man, he has, I don't know how many miles, square miles of land where he grows maize. Some at times I get silage from his farm in Gomba. He has a school training and graduating students in agribusiness. Ripa is now sponsoring 2. Are they here? Where are they? They are in this farm. Ripa is so far sponsoring 2 in that, because we want to borrow the technology there and bring it here. So he's a very, very good friend of mine. We got to know each other when I was a branch manager in Mitiana. He was my very good customer, and I am learning. Ripa is learning from him to do what he's doing in Gomba, so that we can bring them here. So when we are talking about farmers, by the way, when you were the best farmer, the best dairy farmer in the country, that which year was that?
2021.
2021, he was the best dairy farmer in Uganda. You see, we are seated here, you are seated with the best dairy farmers. And you look at him, you think he's not the one. But this is the man who represented Uganda in Netherlands. When you go to his farm, you start believing the impossible. So I thank you for traveling all the way from Gomba to come here. And we are very happy for the knowledge you are giving us, because we all went there and trained, and we always invite him here to come and train with us. So we shall continue to collaborate. Thank you so much. Is there anybody I have not mentioned? I don't want to leave without mentioning. Patrick Skanga is my brother. Debanyarguru know him. Why are you not? Because I introduced you as a board member. You are still a friend. And your wife. Where is your wife? Yes. These are also my brothers. This man is a twin. He has his brother, but he raised him and put me there. So I'm his twin brother. When you go to his home, I have a bedroom there which his brother doesn't have. So I am always with him. I actually call me Singoma. Who else haven't I introduced, Banang? I don't want the organizations we invited. We invited so many organizations which are on the dairy value chain. I don't want to leave this microphone without recognizing you. There was somebody from Ministry of Water. Has he gone? Is somebody from Ministry of Water? He has come to represent the PS, but they will come. They are also promising to help us on gravity water management here. So members, brothers, sisters, guests, visitors, thank you so much. This man is coming from Vimipro. Where are your products? Did you display them? Can you talk for them briefly? First talk for them. Come. Talk for them.
I would like to recognize everyone. Let me take the protocol observed from the previous speaker. I stand here representing Vimipro Uganda Limited. We are organic producers we produce agricultural products. We are in partnership with Ripa through silage. We've been supplying Ripa with our silage to Mr. Vincent. When you were touring, I think you saw the yellow bags that were displayed down. That is manufactured by Vermipro. We have quite a number of products here. I think I will show you. They're just displayed at the back, and some are just there with Mr. Shadley. Mr. Shadley, I beg you to come forward, please, with the products as I talk about them.
Yeah, talk about them quickly.
Now, the product I'm having here is called silage. This one, we mix it with any maize, millet. It helps in fermentation, and you feed it to the animal. Now, we have a new technology we are applying in Uganda that's called vacuum sealing. You suck the oxygen out of the bag, then you seal it up. The reason that's why we have encouraged this kind of technology, because most of the farmers are using bunkers. When you open bunkers, they get exposed to oxygen, and most of the silage gets rotten. Yeah, these are some of the products here. We have Super Plus. By the way, these are all organic products certified by Series, that's German based. We also have a UNBS certificate on them. Feel free before you leave, pass through so that we can help you go through these products, because they are very, very beneficial to all farmers in Uganda. Allow me pass back the microphone. It's not good to talk when a big man is talking. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much. You keep as you show them, the people, please let my farm manager be near you so that you don't take them back. They should stay. Yeah. So of course, I would like also to recognize the efforts of my dear father, Mzee Paul Wamugaya, because through whom I acquired most of this land. And yeah, so I think Chembo, you come. Where is he? Where? Come. Come, I also introduce you. Charles, come. You see, you are the guys who are working here. If I don't introduce you, these are the guys behind the Ogunwaksi Banaguza Matanaga Kama, Weber Romogo Kora. Yes, Yogunwako Bekebiente, in case of construction. Thank you so much. So with these few words, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for coming, and may God reward you and lead you safely back to your homes. I think, James, I don't know the program, but I think we need to get going because time is really running out. Thank you. Oh, Bonne Biarahanga and your wife. Sorry. Please stand up for recognition. Yeah, this is our Muko. Zaito Arevero marries his sister, but he was also a colleague at Centenary Bank, and his wife, they are very good family friends. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, EVC. It's a big dream, yes. Little time to spread it out, yes. But we shall maneuver through what we can. So, Rasachaz, tinkwenda kuliaza manya. Akekesho ngoro katwiro bwire burengwa mu studio kandi manya abantu bakorara no mu recordinga. So let's have one interlude. We hear from board chair. Then we shall have another interlude from Mr. Bengana tinkwenda ni ogumushita merekonka. Then we shall have another speech. Thank you.
Yes, akeso ngoraka nkakorire Ripa nke kitongore. DJ 1 2 3 enter. bisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya batwariviation twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya akayira 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 bitebesaho twesime munonga babisenze kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya bange kora batega twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kubakuye otunge twesime munonga babisenze kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kunyaruguru twesime munonga akayira 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 kunyaruguru twesime munonga babisenze bamugaya kututambira twakire ripa neza kututambira kutuzahura twakire ripa neza kututambira kutuzahura twakire ripa neza kututambira kutuzahura twakire ripa twakire ripa neza kututambira kutuzahura twakire ripa twakire ripa twakire ripa neza kututambira kutuzahura twakire ripa akayira 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 twakire ripa ese mukitamira amawuri kumaye mukazikaza kwe reba mukitamira amawuri bafamazi mwize bafamazi mwize
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Rasta Chaz. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess this is the touch of the feel we are missing. Had it not been for the rain, we should have continued till morning tomorrow. Yeah, but it's time for everything. Rasta Chaz and the team, thank you so much. The farmers who came in, thank you so much. Hey, so let's get down to business. Abatakushira kwijabu Nyaruguru. Ebimbe tukuba turum. Sky Blue. Next time you invite us to Nairobi, we shall come with the whole cultural vibe. So, director, why don't you allow me to direct you also? In my capacity today as the dope. Namanya you remember mwamweta MC manya bichi izo anyona hindra title na director of programs. So director, as a director I will also direct that you help me invite Dr. Chairman Board to come and give his speech. Dr. Chairman Board will ask Mr. Azemba, and then we shall have the LC5 inviting the minister. So please do me the honors, and we hear the sweet words of Doctor, who generously accepted to be the board chair of your dreams.
Yes, my chairman board, I have the pleasure to invite you to come and address your clients and your prospective clients and the guests. Thank you. And thereafter you invite the guest of honor.
The chief guest, the clergy, the political leadership here present, the members of the board, Vincent and Rosebell, ladies and gentlemen, permit me stand on existing protocol. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to anchor my speech in one principle, and that principle is that life has equal value. And I want you to very carefully look into the eye of your neighbor. Just look in the eye of any of your neighbor. And as you look into the eye of your neighbor, remind yourself that life has equal value. Whether you are short, whether you are tall, whether you are small like me, whether you are big, whether you are Ugandan or not a Ugandan, life has equal value. And in life, fellow human beings, in life, there are very few people who discover that actually life has equal value. And I'm so humbled tonight that I stand here on behalf of the board to acknowledge that Vincent, in his journey of life, he discovered that life has equal value. When you discover that life has equal value, you make a commitment in your life. You make a decision in your life to bring a smile on the face of another person. When you discover that actually life has equal value, you make a commitment in your life to bring happiness in the hearts of others. This is one of the rare of the realities in life as we walk through this world. On my part, this moment tonight is one of the most humbling moments in the life of Vincent, whereby he sees an idea that he conceived being transited into action, and this action causing impact on the lives of others. Whenever we serve, whenever we walk out in the world, we only gain fulfillment when we find ourselves present in the lives of others. That marks a difference of a human being who walks a meaningful life through this journey. Vincent, on behalf of the board and on behalf of all these people seated here, I wish to congratulate you and thank God that He gave you that heart to conceive an idea out of feeling and passion and love for the people. We thank you. And as it is said, where there is a successful man, there is an amazingly surprised mother-in-law. We want to thank those who brought up Rosebell. We want to thank those who modeled, those who mentored, and also cultured Rosebell. The few words that you've said about Rosebell are rare to come by. In most cases, you need a person to lean by to be able to make rare and difficult decisions in life. For us who are seated here and tonight and witnessing this, when Vincent came to talk to me in the office to request me to be the board chair, I asked him a simple question, why? And he said, I want you to help me to deliver my idea to cause impact in the lives of others. In my heart, I say calling. I say a person who had love. I say a person who was focused. And I was left with no option but to say, I will serve. And tonight, as a board, we have resolved to keep Vincent and Rosebell focused on the idea to deliver an impact on the lives of the people. We want to congratulate you and to thank you. And for the farmers who are here, you will recall, and for us who are here, this is not about Vincent. This is about us, all of us. You may wish to note that when Vincent brought this idea to the board, we demanded that the idea had to be endorsed by the farmers. And at the first maiden meeting of the board, the farmers and the community came before the board and we took through them the idea and they were able to associate themselves with the idea. Thereafter, as a board, we ratified the idea. Meaning that we are working together on a journey that we have committed together to work to cause impact in the lives of people. Whenever you wish and whenever you desire to cause transformation of people, you must work with the people. There's no transformation that will ever see the light of the day when it is not supported by the people. And I want to thank Vincent for involving the people and for the people accepting to be part of this journey. For the farmers and for all Ugandans who are not here, as Ripa, we commit to drive people out of poverty. Actually, we want to chase poverty out of the people. But this is not an easy mission, an easy goal to achieve, but can be easy as and when the people agree and believe that we can overcome poverty. That is the slogan that the people of South Korea believed in and said, yes, we can overcome poverty. And today, South Korea is one of those countries that is one of the most developed countries in the world because the people believed that they can overcome poverty. As we make a contribution to our families, as we make a contribution to society, as we make a contribution to the country, and as we make a contribution to the globe, we must have that belief and the commitment and the determination that we shall one day overcome poverty. Ripa, we want to thank you that you are helping government to deliver on the goals of the government, to make sure that we have a wealthy population, to make sure that we have a healthy population, and to make sure that as a country we live a better life. All these cannot happen when you don't have the likes of Ripa. We want to thank you for that commitment and for that contribution. Fellow farmers, fellow Ugandans, today Vincent is, tomorrow Vincent is not. But the works of his hand should remain roaming the world where he is not. And that is the biggest challenge we have given him as a board. To make sure that we work with him as a board to help him walk his idea to action, through the action to transformation, through the transformation to happy lives. And at the end of it all, to graduate it from an action to a program and to a long-lasting excitement in humanity. That is not an easy path to take, but we believe it will be achieved. And can only be achieved because behind Ripa, we have people who are very committed to make sure that we actually deliver and cause lives and cause happiness in the lives of people. Fellow brothers and sisters, if you are living in this world like Vincent is and many others are, and you are yet to touch one's heart, you are yet to bring a smile on one's face, this is a learning moment. This is a learning platform tonight for you to borrow a lesson from what we've been able to witness tonight, to replicate it so that we are able to bring happiness to many Ugandans. In my own capacity as the Chief Executive of the National Cultural Research Organization, we pledge commitment, we pledge support in fields where we are experts. And I want to assure you that NARO is the engine to cause a cultural transformation in this country. And I'm the leader for that institution. And for the people of Rubirizi, and for the people that we desire to scale out to, through Ripa, we promise our support. And again, through Ripa, entrusting me as the board chair, I promise to connect you to global networks where I have friends. And we should be able to come forward and bring happiness to the people of the world. As I end, and as I end a million times, the action of man that brings fulfillment is that action that brings a smile to the face of another person. And with those few words, I want to leave by again repeating my names. I'm Yona Baguma. I come from Hoima. But I have my deep roots in Kabarole. We hail from Butiti. That's where my grandfathers came from to walk to Hoima. And with those few words, it's my humble pleasure and duty to invite the LC5 to come and make his remark, and then thereafter invite the minister who will invite the chief guest. LC5.
Thank you very much. Ninjiranga mbori murweitu n'abandi barwegi. Checho omugenyi mukuru abamwe no mbitinisa byanyu abanyadini abami n'abacyara buri omwe omutinisa ki mbwenu haro omushijo mu Bible wani Zakariya Noha kuba bamuregambire amakuru go kuzarwa ko mujuni yagira ati mukama wanje wayendo ntware atabo kuba narebo kujunwa ko muki abanyadini mu nyambi eyanjye kasibuka hati kutwabantu tujaguzera izoba nejuka nkaba ndyakuzikanya kasharu naranga ngo Vincent nanda kutandika ikintu kirungi abantu bona twijerwe kibagane tugire kitwahorera omuntu omwe yabitame byo butegeki yaja ngo niyo ninterera campaign Vincent nangwa no kunjuma yanjuma nangwa nanyo namugarukya nagira ntomwanya go kwijabo kuturya konka hakirije kutegeka wo kugira kiyatkorera icyo tukatuyambanye ncyakare namwe Vincent wendo izese mini kurondera karuru mbenu government ekozire ebintu bingi ekatandika n'entandikwa entandikwa yagireta yarema yataho bona bagagawale yagireta yarema mbenu batero mangu ni parish modo na mbenu wabuza omuntu kikumi aba parish modo batungire tibazini simply because abantu no baletera kintu bamaraga kitomera kifwa kityo abanyadini kuba bene beija aba Verona fathers bekaina kesho ngoro kabo kugira ngo you save an Africa with an African. You cannot bring a foreigner okamuto mbanta batakumanya ngo yabahindura echakwenda ngo babe no reto umuntu okubamanya akabone yabahindura. Vincent is born here, he has grown here, namanya abantu cyo kwetaga yakibaretamu nabakumubwe nabamanya nyo nintekatangwe organization yatandikira twaba tutamucyire nteje neza kutuyama nk'abantu bangayi baruberezi. So nyo kinanisha ba Vincent ngwenda gamba bingi nchino bushobozi bwanje nka chairman wa district reka kwendeka no pangisa technocrats twine a lot of staff in production department abakusiba bashitami batene good enough. One of your board members is head of production bitajiria nyona ninjira one of the requirements nka one okoranka evaluation the agriculture officer, the veterinary officer, abo mwanyogo omwigomborora eryamagambo part of this farm should be part of the evaluation. Yes, abone bakwasa ngaba abahingi ni baburani bakora kininga barisa mbone let it be mwani mukora na engage assessment. Let this farm be part of the assessment requirements every year. Nero ni tobundi tukogira abantu bitu nabo bakwegeraho niyo nango bondi tinkushuma na ba extension staff bitu mweshi bayamba bahingi abatabini mwene Vincent watu yambere webere munonga nitwenja ngutuza kukwatira amheru nangwa yenda kushaba nko kubabere bakintuze ngo ninkuronda karuru twijo kesi boyi wakitorire ukaturetera bingi tukagendana kimwe tukargayo mukamba bankumiri mwari bo kujabirira minister ijora ugandira abantu bawe.
Honorable Minister Sasire ukache arogo mchara ya Gachichunchu parish. My parish in Chenjojo, she cannot go without being recognized. She's representing the parish priest of Chichunchu parish and Ramusha Wabantu kache munonga. Mutakambi ngom parish yani.
Nangwa. amabara ni banyeta Honorable Kemigabo Monica, a district councillor, Bugaki Sub-County, Deputy Speaker Bugaki Sub-County, and a small Christian community in Butiti Paris. Achali ni nkusima na kiki habwebyo rukukora community ni nkusima muno oyiraho ebigambo nyinaho bitaito baitu abantu bakicucu bantumire nyije nkusime habwebyo liyo nokora kyonka netusaba nkaito abantu abachenjojo ngobwoba notera isingoma na nyakato nawo okoraki omtera nyewe kinsangire kunu ninkusaba cyane omurundi ogurayongeraho oguruka hano hona na foto tatateke chenjojo nyewe ninja kubayo ndi mu youth nkuserura ba youth bona ndi mu programs za government emyoga and the PDM abantu bona ninja kuteka ya karangu oije naitwa tukorenka kinwe cy'abarubirizi ohireki nkusaba cyane obutishati oburabucyali at least naitwe to get to take yo bambe gababe yogoko
Kale, the staff of the office of the president, please. The minister is going to give his speech, her speech, through him. Come and be behind him.
Thank you very much. The guest of honor, staff, office of the president, our governor, Magufuli, chairman LC5, our priests and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. I'm Chikanshemeza Brown, resident district commissioner, Rubirizi district. I'm here representing our minister, honorable minister, our sister, who is always in love with Rubirizi district. And I think our director monitoring, office of the president, you know, during the time of your wedding, she was here for the whole week in preparations for the wedding. So she wouldn't have missed for only today, but she has been engaged in other government activities assigned by appointing authority. That's why she's not here. She's not here physically, but is with us spiritually. Abanyarubirizi muriyo? Muri kurungi? Akantabahurira murije? Before I read the speech of the honorable minister, abanyarubirizi muyindo mugisha. Omugisho gumwine, Vincent and your wife. Where is Rosemary? You stand up. I'm a minister now, though you are my supervisor, but at this time even I have appointed my chairman LC5. Now you are RDC. After the speech, you will hand over to me. Abanyarubirizi mwino mugisha abwo kutunga Vincent ogo na no mucyara Rosemary. Tinkugambe echo ngwabwo kuba Vincent is one of my supervisors. But I don't know how I can describe Vincent, because Vincent and Rosemary, if you were to describe them, I think they are beyond this description. I don't know. You can see it. First of all, kuyatandikire rupeji yijo mu office ningambiri mwa abanyarubirizi. Akagitandika ari nkori kuzana kija yangambira namureba ni manyariho za NGO zijyo mu briefcase nachi. I shared it with my diso. I said, you first go there and investigate this man. Kuyizire yangambire byashangireyo. I was very surprised. He is a principled man. Yana akore ibintu bye nushwangu nazana, and what is special, he can fit in all conditions, whether favorable or unfavorable. So that's why I have failed completely to describe Vincent and his wife. So twino kushemererwa zerubirizi konkani bagira ngo nabitatunga kitindiso munsi yo wabo namwe ntinkumanyito kuturi kureba yaba abanyarubirizi niko muri kumureba niko muri kumwategereza. Vincent, when I meet my fellow RDCs abantu nibakwekitinisa kandi nibakutina nosho ruhangaka kwa byona konka face tinisa nibambuza ogo mushija bayo iwokorota nawe. But I have enjoyed to work in a district with such a man. Vincent is very open. Waezo kushobya na kugambiriraho nanyo kunkureba kasimuke entertainment mbwenu cyaba hoki. But he has helped me to manage this district. No mayaba nyaruguru tumwanguyi ni mwemanya konka ninkusima abo kuba ompira magezi omberireho okureba ngo na managing this district. Mbwenu hati erizoba nibwo twani launching project eji ya marebiro binga chairperson board mwamazire na meze mukaga 1 year so bikiro mwe bajyo murebyo kunagire kwijahe kinashangira aha nkarebero kutangara kandi kindi omuntu kushanga natekerezo wabo kunanisho match zimbe hano national office akazireta bunyaruguru rubirizi omu LC ya Jeni kunuyo mu kibira noreba ngo he has a Rubirizi district at heart. Ekikumanyisa ngo nabakunda. Ekinde cya kabiri omuntu kutandikiraho debente twarugayo twazirambura yanje ngo hine namarora ganda gine nigije abantu mukatungira henti mbwenu nyoki nkumusima na mbwenu nokubancha yaha nko mu myaka ebiri niza kugiraho turu onsasire noreba national package turetire kizibu kuba kwenda kanyama niho bari kushuma kandi obumwe bacikayo batangatanganira yebizibu mbwenu wo kutuyamba buri family kagire mbuze kagirenti ebitekerezo bikarugo mu nyama yembogo nesheri nabakamanya gunataha nimbaga as a government by the way to achieving. I think you are aware that our economy now is depending on tourism. Abashija kubikushoba obunda kasente katajyo mushaho obumwe kanda chika yari kucumi tembogo abugana entare na yemurirayo nico kure abafakaza bamwe bakabefa akazi abwa national package. So which means the Ripa nitubasa kugirebero mu ntenembuzi but it is above entenembuzi. Yesterday our Muko is here. I may call him Muko because he married our daughter. She is from Bukedia district, Christine, Madam Christine. From Zombo, sorry, Zombo. Ogo mujungo umukureba no mucyara we our health center 4. Eshahezi na mbwenu erizoba umukoro wo gwatuteganisamo. I was very surprised. I didn't know ngo twinabarwire bamisho abantu bona no bajya bakagwara misho tibari kuweza. Konka aturetire byoma bibiri ebikumaraho miliyoni zinkaga nibiri. Kandi yabitireho konko bwo kumureba ize teacher ine nashomesa abashawo bitu okubaragumeni bagira bata nibabikozesa. Orugudo kutamburaga okugendo mu ruharo ebyo birugireho mbarara abamisho nimuza kuguma muri muzaho. Echo tikikozigwa kindi nico nabagamba nti Ripa is above cows and goats. Echo tikozigwa Ripa nitukusima my brother Vincent ni mukama wanje konka kunkuba ndi nawe noreba itwino nko kutwabire mbwenu is my best friend. He became my friend and by the way I have learned a lot from you. You have changed my life completely. So imwe abanyaruguru abino mushija nkogu manya hina humukwisa muranza marari kandi ni imwe abaryaha. For example, Father Dennis is still around. Where is he? Father Dennis, Father Ogoa St. Charles, St. Thomas I mean, then Father Dido in education section noreba ngo bakozere kintu cyango omukutungure ryo bwegeso muri bunyaruguru. Then hisha akataha mu my brother Vincent akakore bintu nkebi nabandi abanyaruguru barimo nimugira ngo hona president yagaruka aha ajya bana koraza statements ziriya kari garuka naza kushanga ngo ense changingire So twineho my brother Mubangizi, he surprised me. I visited his parish. From the beginning they had no water. Konka waikayo buri muntu ahanjuye akateka hamizo go mushija. You stand up for recognition. So ekikumanyisa in Rubirizi district yaba twina abashija abakukora ebintu biti. Ya twina abashija abentunguka. Vincent, by the way, is I may call a leader with a responsibility. I don't know ebyo kumudescribinga kandi rujeho. So mwena kumwija hanu mwamwereka rukundo mwebare kubabire bangambire ryo kwesimba nkana bihurireho nkamukama wanje nagumantinire kumubuza ntarugaho najantika mubuze kirabe kibe nko kuna namugambiye ngwize complicated man tokafa kumutahiritwe konka kuna muhicho namubuza nte kintu kirikita akankorera statement he challenged me akagira ati nimpurira kitari kumpa mani ngo naza kutegeka abantu ntandika n'abantu bajya boro munonga nagamba what type of a leader is this man kandi yangira ati we banzorindeho hino kundi kwenda mbanze ntebekanisa abantu banje kunagire kugira ibintu mwine ni mubireba ente mwaza kuzitwara kandi hari mendeme hina buturazibaye bakazibaga. When I'm still here representing the head of state in this district, and you are aware that I'm fully in charge of this district, orabagenteji orabagenteji nimwe nyama nimwe buru. So deka ntaka gambe bigambo bingi abwo kuba ngengabwa kandi ngabwa enabo kugaruka umwe ntija kugambisibwe ibintu bingi nkaruga acamukama wanje wantumaha mbenu nanimba shabantu katwetekanirize then tuhurikize speech ya honorable minister kandi yantuma erizoba. I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is with a great pleasure that I once again welcome and thank you all for converging here in a big number to witness the launch of such a great milestone Ripa, also known as the Rural Initiatives for Poverty Alleviation Project. The koga nkwatiro muzindaro ntakabishobya. I beg my pardon because this is a very important message. I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is with a great pleasure that I once again welcome and thank you all for converging here in a big numbers to witness the launch of such a great milestone, Ripa, also known as Rural Initiatives for Poverty Alleviation Project, here in Rubirizi District. This enterprise is in one way or another going to uplift the lives of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, government, through Ministry of Agriculture and Development partners, has recognized the importance of livestock farming as an integral part of empowering communities towards sustainable development. Government, through various initiatives, including NADS, Operation Wealth Creation, and the most recent Parish Development Model Initiative, has promoted livestock farming by providing different livestock communities countrywide with an aim of fighting poverty. This has been evident in the recently released National Livestock Census report by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, which reported increase in livestock farming. According to the report, by the year 2021, about 6.8 million households in Uganda were at least keeping one livestock type, up from 4.5 million in 2008. The above mentioned statistics are all results of the entry of the private players' involvement in the agricultural sector, such as Ripa, mainly an animal banker model, which will offer solutions to sustainable animal enterprises to improve household incomes and create employment opportunities for the youth, as well as contribute to the government's socio-economic transformation agenda. To ensure success of the project, I pledge a donation of 10 cows, which I believe will go a longer way in benefiting community members who are beneficiaries to Ripa. I thank you for God and my country. Honorable Beatrice Akero Accord, Minister of State Economic Monitoring. Thank you very much. So, Minister kandi munywani wanyu mu bugufu, abwo mukoro gwerizo bati yabasa kubaho, abwe mirimo endije president yaba muhire, kandi tukaba nawe buro bwembaga kumara wika hanatkunda munonga, kandi abwa Ripa yatuhereza ente 10, ente 10 ezo tiziriza Vincent. Ripa ne yanyu abanyarubirizi. Nabwo echo minister yabahereza ente 10. Mwebare munonga. Ni mubasa kugarukayo. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to request the chief guest to come and address the congregation. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the board members, the members of Ripa, the clergy, our parents, the friends, you're almost welcome here. I am standing here in different capacities. I'll start with the first capacity. I'm a friend to Vincent. Vincent called me a couple of weeks ago, I think a month or a month and a half ago. And in different meetings, he heard about me. Before I could even see him, he called me. Before I could even meet him, he called me again. The next time he told me, David, can you come to Luverizi? But I asked him, why should I come and do in Luverizi? He started explaining the concept. And of course, for me, I'm a person who tends to be a little bit elusive on development work because I've been there. I understand it in and out. I've worked in there for the last couple of years, 20 years plus, across the world. I'll give you a little bit of where I've been. I look young, but I've been old in all these spaces. So I told him I'll be there. I'll be there for reason because you've convinced me. You convinced me that the model that I can stand in front of people and speak about it. And to be honest, before he could even send the invitation, I've started talking about it, and I promised him that will be my opening speech in some of the forums, wherever I'll be, in different places. It begs to be really, really, deepened because it has the legs to move. Having said that, I need to tell you who I am. I'm David Ozemba. I come from Bali. Most people think I'm not a Ugandan. Half of the people I've met across think I am not a Ugandan. I am a Ugandan. I grew up in the village. I studied in the village. After that I studied somewhere else. So I have been in this space for a while. I started working in Uganda breweries long ago. So I'm seen to have been from the private sector. So people who drink, if you ever look at Tusker malt, I am the one behind that beer. So I can tell you the whole story about beer. I worked in the beer industry for 8 years to do quite a lot around innovations. So I have moved on and started working in the development world. My last assignment, which is critical for you to know, is that I was working in Tanzania as a director of the cotton program, sitting in the president's office and working with Magufuli from 2018. I went to Tanzania as a director in 2018, sitting in the president's office, working with him until he died. Ideally, the day he died, he was with me in Mwanza working on some programs, and he drove to his village in Chato. So I have been around, I have lived, and I want to make sure that the lessons we've learned across different countries that I've worked in should be replicated here. We should be able to take those lessons and get the best of what we've learned. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Take the best and negate the negatives. That is how we will make progress. So on that note, I am here in the capacity, one, as a friend to Vincent, but two, as a director, as a country director for Agro. But importantly, I am the chair of the Agricultural Development Partners Group in Uganda. That means it's a rotational chairpersonship. You know, last year it was the European Union. This year is Agro, and the co-chair is World Bank. But we look out for all the development partners who give out funds to different programs. So I tend to be the chair. I am the chair. That means I sit in different forums. I represent the donors in different meetings, be it with the government, be in different forums across the world. So I want to let you know that I play that role. Protocol requests that I do the needful. I have to make a speech. I usually don't like making speeches that are formal, but usually they have to write for me these speeches and I have to read them. This time I had to write this myself because Vincent is my friend. So I had to sit down and write it. So I stand before you today with a profound sense of honor and privilege to be invited as the chief guest at this privileged launch. As we gather here, I'm reminded of the countless hours of hard work, dedication, prevalence that brought us to this moment of celebration. We're here to celebrate the hard work, the effort, the time, the commitment that has gone through all this to get to this level. What is unfolding today? So this is what I believe the vision that is unfolding today. We are aware that Ripa is now set to create impact in communities where we operate, starting with the zero grazing initiative, which we know is important but sits well within the farming communities where Bujanuguru and Ruvirizi sits. It has these pillars, and you're clear of these pillars. They are critical because they inform and define what they need to do in the next couple of years. I want to let you know that you shouldn't assume that by reaching this level, this is the end of the game. It is the beginning. It's even worse because he has raised the bar. The bar is actually higher because your expectations are high. Therefore, the 5 pillars of production, processing and marketing, strategic alliances, collaborative partnership, enterprise development, micro savings, credit, research are critical that we all need to support, Ripa alongside with the vision of Vincent to reach his goals. He alone will not achieve it. The beauty is that you have shown, one, the commitment to be here. But among all, you have contributed. You made a contribution, both morally, financially, and otherwise. That is a sign of commitment to achieving these bigger goals. But they are not going to be achieved by just stopping here. we have to raise it a little further. We have to raise the bar again. In doing so, the resource envelope will be required to go up. So Ripa is set to sustainably create social and economic empowered communities through participating in household poverty alleviation interventions. We know that you are well placed to bridge the gap of, the gaps, working with families through community empowerment, promotion of zero dire grazing, targeting the specific number of households. I hope they will be reached as you've set the targets for the year. These initiatives are critical because they set your targets, and by setting those targets, you will be able to actually commit to the community here that we will be able to sacrifice whatever is available to actually make sure that this organization survives. And he has strategies that he has aligned, and those strategies he has alluded to them. Adding value, strengthening the private sector engagement. You've seen the role of the private sector trying to be pinpointed. He is not here to do it as an NGO. In fact, he is trying to enhance active social empowerment, but that translates into diversification of the portfolio of the household. What does that mean? It creates a bridge income. If he has not defined it to you, what does that mean? Bridge incomes are defined in different elements. There are crops that you can have that can be able to help you survive over a short period of time. But when your cow is ready and you're milking, that short income that you have, on a daily basis is a bridge income, because it solves all the problems, and you'll be able to say, now I'll be able to save more when I have coffee, when I have maize, when I have beans, because you can be able to raise incomes on a daily basis. So the solutions are with us, and these solutions need to be nurtured. So I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the staff and board members who have supported this exercise. This day marks a significant milestone for the organization and is a testimony of your commitment to growth. Your accomplishments deserve applause, and I'm confident that you will continue to achieve the greatness in your future endeavors as an organization. Today's event is not just about Ripa achievement, it's a celebration of collective spirit that thrives in society. The chair hinted on the collective spirit of the society where we live, and I was talking to one of the employees of Ripa, and I told that the moment there are no defined incentives for actors within which we are operating, then forget about Ripa. Define incentives. What is it in any of those who are in this? If there are nothing that they benefit from it, forget about it. Because that's the essence of being a collective, society benefit, that I see value as to why I engage in. If I don't see any value, then don't draw me into that engagement. So define the right incentives, unpack them, let them be clear. Don't be amorphous and tell you, oh, we expect this, we will make you get out of poverty after 50 years. You're just being too amorphous. That is not defined. I don't see any value when I'll get out of poverty after 50 years. Define it and then make sure it's clear to the intended beneficiary. So having said that, we as the donor group, have a resounding call of action to all stakeholders to join hands in advancing the agro-industrialization agenda as defined by the government. Again, these are pillars to agro-industrialization. If you have not understood it, this is one of the pillars. I was one of the guests in the joint annual review for the agro-industrialization program recently, and I met ministers and the PS, and we were reviewing, and we were defining how do we define success of agro-industrialization? Where do we define it? There must be pillars in which it stands, and some of the pillars are these. This is a pillar to agro-industrialization. You must start from here and add value in order for you to even talk about the factories. If you're not talking about here, then you are misrepresenting facts because you're not empowering the right people. You're not transforming those people. So we are all aligned to that. And by harnessing this transformating power of rural transformation that you're trying to engage in, Uganda can unlock its vast agricultural potential, drive economic growth, improve livelihood of its people. So you are starting from here, but we see a bigger picture. We see you moving beyond Rubirizi and trying to tap into where there is opportunity for us to change. Because these models, we are looking at how do we scale up models. Models can only be scaled if it has been tested. If somebody has conceptualized it, put it to test and say, now this works here. We can't be testing more everywhere. We must be able to scale them up. For me, one of the things that I tend to, when I'm ruthless at reviewing, reviewing investments, and when I ask you one question about scalability, if you can't define me how you're going to scale from that pilot to the next level, forget about it. It's too theoretical. And I'll give you one example. There is a teacher somewhere I was working. He set up a school. He had the best teachers in that school. He had the best students. For 10 years, they were excelling every day. So he said, now I have a solution for the government. He went to the government and said, this is the model I want you to take and replicate across the country. The first question you asked was, where are you getting all these good teachers? You had only 15 teachers. How are you going to ensure that all these are scaled to all the school, all the districts in the country? He failed from the word go because he wouldn't take it to scale. It failed from the word go and it remained a niche. So define it as, you can't take it scale, remain as it is. So let's define it. How do we take this to scale? So let's seize these moments to build a more prosperous and resilient future for Uganda, where every citizen can thrive and contribute to national development journey. Again, you sit in the president's office. Again, we work closely with you on some of the initiatives. Again, we define things that are national in nature. How do we unpack the impact? What do you define by impact from your perspective? Impact is not writing good English and making it rosy. Show it by reflecting on what is happening to that lower person. Have you been able to successfully transform that person? If you can't say that, then you're actually writing your own English. You just want to look smart, but you're not adding any value. So together, let us turn aspirations into reality and ensure that the agro-industrialization agenda that you talk about in the National Development Plan is in here. Don't look at it as something that is out of the agro-industrialization agenda. It's within that context that we are talking about what is it that we're doing with the livestock. What is it that we're doing with crop, livestock integration? Because that is the solution that will be, long-lasting around the challenges that we have. So, lastly, never forget the value of organizational learning. That is for me critical. Organizational learning, whatever you have succeeded now, never forget what you've learned and how you take that one. Success doesn't end at launch. It is a continuous journey of discovery and growth. Keep an open mind, embrace new ideas, adapt to the ever-changing landscape. You are in the landscape that is evolving. The competition may get worse. The resources envelope may shrink. What do you do with that? So how do you evolve as an organization? So once again, congratulations on the successful launch and my best wishes to all the members, staff, board for a bright and promising future. As AGRA, one, we commit that you know, in the next phase of my programming, which is ongoing, there will be a resource envelope on crop livestock integration that I commit, and I'll work with your team on how we will ensure that that is executed with Ripa. I'm designing a program with Global Climate Fund, and we intend to use that to reduce on what they call food loss. What are the aspects that relate to food loss? That if we worked around together, we could be able to harness what we actually see as useless material that can be turned into value and may be useful for the people of Rubirizi. And that is one of the ways we reduce what we call food loss. It could be one of the programs we integrate in, because it helps, you know, the community to diversify what they do and do differently. So on that note, I will continuously look around with the partners that I work with, the donors that we deal with, of which a few of them have already shown interest, and point them to you on how you can work together to increase a resource envelope in order for Ripa to realize its mission and ambitions. So I thank all of you, and I look forward to engaging with you more and more. May God bless you.
Thank you so much for those very